Well, we continue with the broadcast this morning on News and Views, and we are taking a look at occupied Palestine and the Israeli election. The outcome is, in all likelihood, Benjamin Netanyahu will be making a comeback as the Prime Minister of Israel. And at this point in time, just looking at some of the exit polls, talking about Netanyahu 62, the Lapid bloc around 54, and the Hadash around 4. But what does this actually mean for Palestinians? And there are reports that have it that Palestinians fear Israeli election results could mean even more violence. We're going across to be joined in occupied Palestine by human rights defender coordinator based out in Hebron, Buddy Dweck. Buddy, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته, and peace on you and all for our friends and supporters of South Africa.
Yes, Jazakallah to you. As always, for your time, Benjamin Netanyahu returning to power in occupied Palestine. What does this mean for the people of Palestine, buddy?
That it means that the Israelis they are going to the right wing always, and there are no any side in Israel to talk about peace, and this is peace is become it's behind of Netanyahu government, and also as well behind all the Israeli society friends, those people who are decided to choice and to vote to Netanyahu, and the majority decided to vote for war and for more crimes, more violence against the Palestinian people. That's what is the result in Israel, or what is called Israel. The people decided to give or apply more punishment and violence and collective punishment and ethnic cleansing and war continues against the Palestinians.
Yes, and it is clear that the far right have made their intention in Israel clear. And look, it doesn't depend or it doesn't matter who's in power in Israel, because the Palestinians, since the occupation of Palestine had actually have been on the receiving end. But it does appear as if one is worse than the other, and the fact that Benjamin Netanyahu is returning to power, the situation sounds quite serious and quite ominous for the Palestinians.
All of the Israelis, the governments, they are always is the same. Even the names does not make really any change, because the names of those people who represented some parties, maybe some others talking more diplomat or more nice more than others, but the actions and the powers that use it against the Palestinians, they have a competition between each of them. Who will be use more power against the Palestinians? Who will be make more violence or killing or crimes against the Palestinian people? Things which is related for Palestinians, it's always in the Israeli government. They have like an agreement between all of them that Palestinians they are not a matter, and the Palestinians should be not even to be in this land, and this is the government represented also a new big party which is belong for Ben Gvir, and that means and confirm what I am said, that Israelis always going always to the right wing, and they are not believe that Palestinians should be exist and to live in this land. So they try all of them in this competition to use the Palestinian suffering, Palestinian blood as a bank for their votes. And this is what is always happened when a thing is related about Palestinians. So it's no matter who is the face will be representative or to be in the government or lead the government. The prime minister doesn't matter Labid and or what is Netanyahu. And Labid, just like he was damaged Jenin and Abdus, and also Mukhayyam Shafat, the refugee camp of Shafat, when he was make a siege against them, and he was killed many of Palestinians that time, and some of them they killed. So there's no any difference between these names, things, the situations related for the Palestinians, because they use Palestinian blood as a vote or the bank vote for them.
Yes. Now, what does this actually say about the Israeli electorate and the Israel voter? Because when one looks at Netanyahu, we know that he has been facing multiple corruption charges. There's been one scandal after another as far as Benjamin Netanyahu goes. And do Israelis really care, or for them? Having someone like Benjamin Netanyahu in power, someone who is brutal, someone who will further the cause of the settler colonial movement in Israel, so that they continue with whatever they've been doing, the house demolitions that we've seen Gaza, the stranglehold on Gaza, and also what has been taking place lately in the West Bank region, buddy.
Unfortunately, this is country which is actually, I can say that always day after day and time after that time that Israel, it's always concerned the real face of Israel. And it's, this is country, despite of they have corruption and they are calling themselves as a democratic state and they are a democratic state. But when we see the file of Netanyahu, since he did many of corruption and he was in charge with the court, and finally, despite of he is punished or to send him to the jail, Netanyahu was succeed that to granted himself that he is the one who would be available security for Israel. There no will be any security for the Israelis since the Palestinians they are suffering and they are still under the occupation. That is very clear. So Netanyahu and his parties they will succeed that because always this is competitions in the elections. Also, they are talking about available protection and security for the Israelis, so they can have much better life, more regular life, more peace life for them, and the heal life and violence and the crime zones for the Palestinians. But this will be actually exist or will be not available because the Palestinians, they are suffering and they are killing in every day. And the Palestinians, they are uprising to change the situation since not just from this year or from some years ago. Since this is cause has been exist since 100 years ago, since the declaration of Balfour promise that gave this is land for the Jewish and they brought them from over the world.
Buddy, at this point in time, what choices do the Palestinians have?
Say again, please.
I said, at this point in time, what choices do the Palestinians have? How do they react to the fact that once again you're going to have this brutal Benjamin Netanyahu coming back into power?
Palestinians since many years, the changes of the
I
Israeli
think
government
for some reason or the other, we seem to have lost Buddy Drake, but I think we have got the gist of it.
Hello, hello.
Yes, I think for some reason or the other, I can't hear what Buddy is saying, but we have got the gist of what we wanted to talk about this morning. We're going to go for a quick break, and when we come back, we will be talking with Mohammed Batman Ismail, and it is the weekly edition of Crime Talk with Etiquini Secure.